Hi, this is Ashley Swartz. I'm here at CES for SMG Source at CES. I'm very fortunate to be joined today by Matt Blackburn, who's the president of emerging markets at SMG. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Ashley. Good to be here.
Nice to see you. So I know you've been to the show floor. You've been looking around. Tell me what's notable, what's interesting, what's most memorable. What are you walking away sort of wanting to get your hands on?
Well, this is my fourth year, I think, at CES. So I've been coming since we started working with Samsung. And I think the scale of CES is just mind-blowing. From the first year that we came to now, the number of exhibitors, the number of visitors, how the media communities showing interest in CES is phenomenal. And the expectation now for us to be able to make the connectivity between how technology is changing consumers' lives and how that impacts the media landscape is really, really interesting. From a specific of what's being exhibited this year versus other years, I have to say it feels evolutionary rather than revolutionary. If you kind of track 4 years of CES visits, I think last year a lot of the same themes were being struck as now, which is the connectivity of devices, how all of the players are trying to create some ecosystems around the devices they have. From what I saw yesterday, the reinvention of kind of the camera segment, everybody seems very interested in how Polaroid are coming back. New players like GoPro, particularly in cameras, it's not an area that I'd really noticed before. And then against the big players, it's just the most phenomenal TV experiences, both in terms of smart TVs and how they've evolved and what you can do with them. Year on year, that's definitely improved, but the quality of the pictures, the ultra high definition 4K technology, which I wasn't aware of before I got here, really, really exciting.
So Matt, you run emerging markets, right? And there are variances and adoption curves of mobile, things like that, internet penetration. What is sort of most relevant to you when looking at electronics, audience behaviors around technology and media?
I mean, I think that what we're expecting in emerging markets, based on what we've seen historically, is that they're leapfrogging the mature markets. So technology that we see at something like CES is more likely to get adopted quickly in emerging markets. The whole use of smartphones and mobile devices to access the internet is kind of the norm in emerging markets. If you look at markets like India, the vast majority of the population are going to be connecting to the internet via mobile. So how mobile devices have advanced is going to be particularly relevant for a market like that. And our expectation is that will continue, that emerging markets will very quickly be the incubators of new technology, and that will scale fast. And we need to be in places like CES trying to understand what those emerging technologies are, because we're going to see them in Southeast Asia, in India, maybe less so in Central and Eastern Europe, but certainly in the Asian markets, they pick it up very quickly.
So given those sort of deltas, what was most relevant for you yesterday? I mean, what are you taking back to the office on Monday that's going to give you a different lens with which you look at approaching work, or for any one market specifically or overall across the regions?
I think it's the commoditization of tablets. I think that the emerging markets are going to be the markets quickest to kind of define the roles for a smartphone versus a tablet, and the space in between the smartphone and the tablet. How people, if large numbers of emerging market consumers are buying tablets and accessing content through that technology as well as smartphones, then we really need to understand how to communicate with them, and knowing that device is going to be a scaled product. I mean, up until now, it hasn't been. Part of the reason is the price point of tablets has been pretty high. I think if we've got multiple players in the tablet space, the price points definitely are coming down, and emerging markets will pick that up very quickly.
So given that you already sort of have the leapfrogging of the networks and the bandwidth, if tablet penetration increases, do you think that you're going to see the curve of video consumption start to catch up as well and increase at such a pace we're seeing in the U.S., for example?
It probably won't get to the US levels in the kind of next year, but yeah, absolutely. I think online video, or video through mobile devices, will be probably the biggest growing area, both short and long form content, and absolutely we need to navigate that space. We need to be smarter about how we measure online video in comparison to kind of traditional TV shows. I think emerging markets will see a dramatic change in the consumption of online video in the next 2 to 3 years.
Great. Thanks. Enjoy the rest of your show, Matt. Thank you. Thanks, guys.